Hello, this is Compound Interest Stock Guy, and today we're going to be talking about United States Steel, ticker X. I believe they're on the NYSE, but I'll let you know later. Uh, they're not on, I don't believe they're in Canada. Anyways, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the bell notification to be notified when I upload a video, and give me a thumbs up and give me a thumbs down if you dislike the video. Anything I talk about in these videos is just for entertainment information purposes. Do not buy or sell stock based on anything I talk about. Buy or sell after you did your own research and your due diligence and you think the investment is right for you. Okay, so before we get into this, I just want to talk about Kush Bottles, ticker KSHB. So they're going to have reporting on April 15th. So that's coming up really quick. You can see that I'll show the chart, but they've been having a little nice run recently. So on this list of the top revenue companies, I think they're pretty much the lowest price to sales company out there in USA. CV Sciences, they're running at about 60 million, and their market cap's around 500 million, similar to Kush Bottles. Kush Bottles might be around 600 million. So I guess they're about like a 7 or 8 price to sales, something around that. But they're also profitable, cash flow profitable, like cash flow positive. Now, any other company on this list don't have that great price to sales. I mean, they're pretty good, some of them. I don't know, like Nutritional High's really pretty good. Nutritional High's got a price to sales on a times by 4 revenue for an annual, that's like 24 million, and their market cap's around 90, so it's like close to 4, so it's pretty good. Isodial's like 28 million, and their market cap's around 60 million, 65, so they have a price to sales of about 2. And Elcana has a nice price to sales ratio, and Meta, which is just lighten it up, it's almost at $1. I talked about that in my top picks for March, and they're just lighting it up right now. National Access, that's okay. Their market cap, I think, is close to about 120 million, and I think they're probably going to do about 35 to 45 million this year. So based on annual price of sales, like future price of sales, it's probably around like 3-ish. So it's a pretty good price of sales as well. And Suniva is not too bad as well. But, and yeah, pretty much those are the ones. I mean, CanTrust is around, I think, about a 15 price to sales, and Afria is around 25, 30, and Aurora's around 60, and like Canopy's around like 80 to 100. So you can see what I'm saying with price to sales. Now, Curaleaf is around 40-ish, and Medmen's 20, about 15. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Kush Balls has a nice price to sales ratio. They also have Tim Seymour, the guy from CNBC Fast Money, on as a strategic advisor, as well as Danny Moses from The Big Short. And yeah, so they were up 3% today. Yeah, there's climbing. So yeah, I think they're going to keep climbing until their sales come out from March 15th, and then we'll see from there if there's a bigger explosive move. What I'd really like to see is them getting announced that they're going to get on the NYSE, because they don't touch the plant. So I personally bought the stock at about 570, about 100 shares. So that's about $750, $800 Canadian. And yeah, I think I'm going to ride them out to maybe 8 or 10 or 11. I'm not sure. It's just going to be dependent on the way I look at the chart and the momentum. But yeah, I'm just bringing you a pick that I really like, Kush Bottles. and they're starting to light it up. So United States Steel, I like their price to book is 0.83 and their price to sales is 0.25. So we're talking about 15 price to sales. Now, if you're talking about 0.25, that means if their market cap's 100 million, they're making 400 million per year. So it's pretty nice. That's a good chunk of change that they're making. Their market cap's 3.49, so they pretty much make about 13-14 billion dollars a year. Excuse me. Now, what I also like about them is their price to cash flow. So that means their market cap's about 3.5 billion. So they have close to $1 billion in cash, probably like somewhere 800 million without doing the exact calculation. But that's a decent chunk of change. And their uh, their PE ratio, where is it? Earnings per share 6.25. So yeah, I think their PE ratio is around, their forward PE is 5.27, so it's really low. And yeah, now I'm looking at the chart now after we did that, looking at just the quote without looking at the actual quarterly stuff. This stuff will give me a nice information to figure out if I want to buy the stock, and then I'll look into things further. I really like what it has on here, but it's not really moving because there's resistance at 20.4 right here. So this stock does steel, and there a lot to do with the Chinese, with the tariffs and all that stuff like that. So when the trade war, if that has a nice news on that, this thing could rise really nice. I have one call option at 20.5, I think. I think I just have one. And one call option means 100 shares. So yeah, and I didn't pay too much for them. I don't know, maybe like 30 cents for get. And so I'm hoping it goes to $23, $24 before April 26th, because that's when it expires. So I'm just gonna be watching, like if it goes to $23 or something soon, and the RSI hits around 70-ish, 80-ish maybe, then I'm probably gonna sell before it pulls back maybe, because this is gonna be a resistance part around here. The 50-day moving average is 21.47, and then the 200-day moving average is 26.77 right now. So it's going to get lower. So as time goes on in April, it's probably going to get around to like 25.55. And I don't know. I really like the based on everything on this, it looks awesome, but it's all going to be dictated when the market wants to take it up. But based on what it's worth, it's very undervalued. And yeah, what's nice about it too is I think it has a dividend. Yeah, it has a dividend of almost 1%. So say you had $100,000 in this stock, you would get $1,000 on probably a quarterly basis. Let's see, yield. Can't find it. Dividend yield. Maybe it's just once a year. But yeah, you're gonna get that money from dividends. That's pretty cool. I think it's a pretty safe stock, especially buying it at these prices, because you're not at. This is a 3-year chart. You know, back in 2018, it was in March. It went to $47. So that's like 2.5 times, and the low is back around like similar to where it is right now back in 2017. And so yeah, it's been a lot higher. So yeah, I think if you're interested in a steel company for US, and I think it's a good stock to own. But again, do your own research and due diligence. Anyways, I hope you liked this video and it was informative to you. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe for future content. And until next time, peace.